As a follow-up from our other video that I made here at CNCKing.com regarding different wood species, we'll do another one here. And this time we'll take a look at Poplar, Padauk, Wenge, Ash, and Zebrawood. The previous video I made about these things raised up a lot of questions. So what we'll do here is answer a couple of them while looking at a couple more, being custom CNC laser, engraved, and cut. Now, one of the questions I get is, which wood should I use for a project? Now, they're all very distinctive. So generally what we do is it's based off the design and what you want to show off. So let's say you have like a Halloween theme, something. Padauk is really nice because it's got like a sort of a bloody color. Now we also have bloodwood, which looks even more reddish than this. But generally it's based on the theme that you have an idea of. Or if you're doing inlays, you want contrasting. So in this case here, we would use maybe Wenge and Ash. And you see the nice contrast here. So perfect inlays for a table or for signage. That's a great combination. So what we'll do now, we'll take a look at Padauk being laser engraved and cut. Another question I generally get regarding custom veneer work that we do here is the weight. Now, how do we decide how much something weighs? Well, we don't decide, it's the material that decides. Now, more specifically, it depends on the application. So if you're giving, let's say, a corporate award to somebody, you don't make that out of basswood, because basswood basically has the same consistency and weight as foam, and it's very easy to break. We would do something out of oak, so when you give it to somebody, it's got some weight to it. And that's an important part of corporate kind of work that we do, as well as government work that we do. So weight is a consideration to consider when you're doing custom work here at CNCKing.com. What we'll do now, we'll take a look at the Poplar being laser cut and engraved. Another common question I get is how do you take care of an award or a wall plaque or custom coasters made out of wood? Well, it is wood, so it does expand and contract with the temperature, humidity, and a bunch of other stuff. We do generally seal it, but it still has a bit of variance to it. It is a natural product. If you have an application where you definitely do not want that to happen, then I would suggest going to acrylic or stainless steel or anodized aluminum. So let's say you have something where it's outside and it's -40 during the day and +40 at night, or whatever the temperature variance is where you're at. Wood is probably not a good material to use for that. Even if it is sealed, it will still expand and contract. So what we'll do now, we'll take a look at the Wenge being laser engraved and cut. Another common question I get from customers regarding the custom work that we do here at CNCKing.com is how much does this stuff cost? Well, I don't know the cost of how much your stuff costs because I don't know the volume, I don't know the material, and I don't know the design. Now for the material, that is based on the budget that you have. So let's say your unit price is, I don't know, $20 for something. Well, how many of those $20 items do you have? Because then we can do a batch approach to it. Now, they don't all have to be the same. They could all be different. Doesn't really matter. As long as the general volume is the same. Now, the next question would be the price. So you got to decide on a budget that you have for the overall project and budget for all overall units. What I mean by that is, let's say you have 100 units of this size and 5 that are, triple the size. Well, the unit price of this will be higher than this, but overall it will probably be around the same price. So we can give you a batch price for everything in one shot. So that's where it really helps if you give us a budget right off the bat, because then we can optimize the design in-house to fit that budget. Give us an idea of the timeline as well. Rush jobs we do all the time, but I prefer to have a week or two lead time just so we have time to get everything organized and all the I's dotted. So what we'll do now, we'll take a look at the ash being laser engraved and cut. that's answered some of your questions. We have one more to do, and it's Zebrawood. And I really like Zebrawood. It's like red cedar, has a really nice smell, and Zebrawood has a really nice texture to it. The grain is just awesome. It's just really good for a lot of special applications. So from keychains, through to coasters, through to wall plaques, to signage, even making desks out of this stuff. We can make furniture out of it, not a problem at all. So what we'll do now, we'll take a look at Zebrawood being laser engraved and cut. And there you have it, 5 more species of wood that we've laser engraved and cut here at the shop at CNCKing.com. Now we have a lot more species available, so I'll be making a video like this probably every week or two until we basically run out of them. But whatever material that you want us to use, we can find it, we can source it through our various suppliers. We spent quite a few years getting good suppliers for this material as well. So what that means is we have material consistency, which is a really tough thing to do with wood, because wood is, by its very nature, inconsistent. So getting boards and planks and all that kind of stuff that's actually pretty dead on thickness wise. Also is nice without knots or with knots, depends on what your project is. So contact me at CNCKing.com and we'll get some awesome stuff made for you.